when you have so much that you can do in this time frame between baseball, football, basketball is right around the corner. In football, pros, college, high school, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Victor. We're here chatting it up about life and sports. So
Yep.
make sure you guys hit the link, the like buttons. If you haven't already subscribe to each channel. Everything is in the descriptions. Appreciate you guys. So let's really get into it. Right off the bat, we got to talk about it. Thursday night, the Jalen Carter incident, man. If you haven't seen it, fan, uh, can you hear me?
Eh.
Okay, just want to
You
make
just,
sure.
you just had a little glitch, but yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm trying to make. Hold on a second. Okay, how's this?
Yep.
Okay, I think I know what it was. It was the denoise button on
Uh,
my little toy here.
you little
So,
toy.
but the Jalen incident. What were your thoughts when it happened right away on Thursday night?
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you spit on a person?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anything, it doesn't even matter freaking
My
football or
brother
not.
and my G, what's up?
To me, I was like, if you're gonna spit on something, can you do it after the game? Get your suspension. Why you do
Mm-hmm.
it now?
Mm-hmm.
Six
Mm-hmm.
seconds into the game, 6 minutes into the game, you're spitting on somebody. You should never spit on anybody.
Exactly.
They don't
Exactly.
deserve that. It doesn't matter if they play for the Dallas Cowboys, and I hate the Dallas Cowboys. Now
Mm-hmm.
you're making me defend the damn Dallas Cowboys. I hate the Dallas Cowboys. They do not want to defend them. And now you're
Mm-hmm.
making me defend them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I lost like right then and there. I'm like, that's how you lose respect. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To be honest
Mm-hmm.
with you,
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Man, I'm with you. I mean, I got the notification on my phone. I'm like, what? And I'm like, this dude spit on him. I'm like, that goes back to what's his name with the Houston Texans, Ryan Cushing, when he spit on someone back in
Yeah,
the day, and you know, cats wanted to knock you out. I'm like, yo, bro, why you spitting on another grown man?
yeah,
So it's like, and I saw a video. That's why I put down the Dak Prescott actions in this incident. I saw there is a Eagles fan. I'm sorry, I'm being honest. Is the Eagles fan
hmm,
who instantly, oh, Dak Prescott spit. He should be suspended. Fair and fair. He did say Carter should be suspended 4 games. Okay, but he was saying Dak Prescott spit and should be suspended. Prescott spit on the ground. He didn't spit
yes.
on another
He
human being.
spit between two offensive linemen that
Mhm.
are big and fucking Mack trucks, by the way. They're
Exactly.
both freaking sitting at 400 pounds. And he
Hmm.
spit between them and then landed on the ground.
What's up, Nick?
So, man,
Exactly. So when I saw that,
Orangey's in the building.
yeah. So when I saw that, and then someone's saying that, oh, because look, no disrespect. I've done thousands of football games in my life, whether it's coaching, playing, watching, you name it. I've seen referees spit, to the side on the ground. I've seen
Yeah.
coaches do it. I've done
Players
it
do it
during the
all
court.
the time. They always spit in front of them,
Exactly.
but they
You
spit
s-
on the ground.
exactly. We all do that. So to
Yes.
sit here and try and blame Dak Prescott because he spit on the ground, not on another man, another on the ground, was idiotic to me. I'm sorry, that was idiotic. And
Yes.
most Eagle fans are like you, halftime. They're like, what the hell is he doing? It's like it makes no sense. That's another human being. Forget the game. That's another human being. You don't do stuff like
Yes. You
that.
don't do that to another human being. I don't care if it's the Dallas Cowboys. I don't
Exactly.
care if it's the worst team that you hate the most.
Exactly.
You can't hate somebody. You can't have enough hatred in your body to hate on a person like that. I mean, if you're hating on that person because of he represents the star or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you need to check yourself
Mm-hmm.
as a person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It shows me your moral compass. I'm sorry, it really does. Look, pile ups. People do some dirty things in there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people don't do that. I've played dirty in playing football, but not to the point that I'm going to spit on somebody. Now, have I when linemen are coming up and they're getting set and I spit right in front of them on the grass? And and I know that, hey, they that you probably somewhere where they're going to put their hand, trying to agitate. Yeah, I did that years ago, but I'm not spitting on them,
Right.
because they can still not put their hand where I just spit,
Right.
So I get it. I understand about, trying to psychologically get into people's heads. We all, as athletes, we do that, but not to that man. I'm not spitting on another man.
Yes.
Heck, in conversations, spit comes out of your mouth and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. We all do that.
Me talking and I spit on you, I'm accidentally spitting
exactly.
on you.
That happens.
I'm not hocking up a loogie as big as he did. By the way, that's what's pretty big, a loogie, to be hocking up on somebody.
Yes.
Like he was building that one up.
Exactly. So I tell you, man, when I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, so look, he's going to be suspended. I think he's going to be suspended. I think he should be suspended. Do you think he should be suspended?
I think Jalen Carter should be suspended for 2 games.
You think 2 games?
No,
okay.
Don't get me wrong. And I don't know what happens. Nobody knows what happens in a pile up. There's some dirty plays. There is probably somebody spitting on somebody, but you're not seeing it. That right there, he deserves to be suspended for at least 2 games. And I mean, I know he got suspended he missed the first game, right? But I think he should be suspended by by 2 games.
Please, I can't with you right there, man. I'm trying to be serious. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry. That's like
You're trying to be serious, Blaze.
Yes, bro. Damn. Oh my gosh.
Oh, how's it going now?
Yo, no, I saw somebody who because there was that female who was being interviewed and she said, you spit on the hot tootie, and he and they said Jalen Carter, they said to Dak Prescott, hot tootie. Yo, Blaze, that was a good one, man.
Yeah, that was a good one, Blaze.
Let's stay focused right now.
Yeah, let's stay focused.
Look, 2 games, 4 games. I don't think it should be any more than probably 4 games, to be honest with you. So if you want to say another 3 games,
I'm gonna say 4. I gotta go 2.
Okay, that's fine. In total, it'll end up being 3 games because
in total it'll end up 3 games.
It's significant.
You know what I mean? Does he get pay? No.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Why would you guys act like that? Arku Blaze.
Have you ever met?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in Philadelphia? I don't know where you're from, Arku, but have you ever been in Philly?
Yeah. Blaze, Jeff would be proud. Jeff would be proud because that was yeah. Coach Eagle should sign you as coach. Man, I got one play. If I can get up out of this chair, that's it. So, oops, I'm not going to touch that one. So, but getting back to it, 2 games. 3 games, somewhere in that range, I'm with you. It should be significant. That's the point.
Yes.
It should be because it should teach him.
It should be where he learned his lesson.
Look, I can tell you right now, coming into that locker room, your teammates are looking at you like, bro, really? We need you out there, and you go do something like that. And then you got to look your teammates in the eyes. You got to look them in the eyes. Man, I'm telling you right now, that is the hardest thing to do when you're on a team like that.
And you do something like that,
yeah, because you might want to start to joke about it, Blaze. But when those guys really, start to come at you, sorry, and they're gonna say, "Yo, bro, you're getting suspended for some games, bro, and we need you in these games." Then it starts to hit you, and then on top of that, like you said, you're gonna lose some bread, man. You lose the money.
Yeah,
You losing a game check. A game check. And watch, he should be suspended 7 games. Let's make sure he misses. All right. As a Giants fan, I'm with you with that. There you go.
Damn it.
Yes, I'm with you with that one.
Now he got 7 games suspension. That's
How about this?
Freaking
How about
crazy.
this? How about this? If it's 2 games, make the 2 games to 2 Giants games. How about that? Yep. We're good with that. So, but yeah, but seriously, man, that right there.
I kind of lost respect a little bit for Jalen Carter doing that. And listen, to me, I'm like, I get it. I get you hate the Cowboys so much. But dude, you gotta have some common sense.
Exactly. Good play. All right. Here's a continuation.
How you been doing unpopular? Haven't seen you in a bit.
Yeah. As a person, what would you do if somebody came up to you and spit on you? Halftime, you said it.
In the face.
Yeah,
I'm going to jail, all right?
We scrapping.
They locking me up because we scrapping. We gonna fight. I don't care how big you are. I don't care. Me or you are going a couple rounds.
Oh, you best believe, man. We are scrapping.
Yes.
Hell,
you're not. You're getting a black eye. You're gonna get. Oh, I shouldn't have done that shit.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. We taking it to the hood, man. I'm doing any and everything, and if we can do it, wrestling, I'm gonna pick you up and body slam you on your damn head. I'm gonna do all of that. I'm telling you, if I can smash your head into a wall, I'm doing all that. Yeah, yep. I'm being dirty, man. I'm gonna be dirty. Yes, it's gonna be grimy. It is grimy. He said, "I'm good watching these football." Yeah, I got the games on right now. I got Iowa State on, so you got to have a little Rutgers in the background in a sense. Halftime will smack that person across the face with a book, just like he did in '88 in the lot.
I did do that in the library.
So if you have to spin on somebody, you already lost the battle. That's low. Might as well scratch and bite too. Yeah, bro. It would be a straight hood or whatever an alley fight. You name it. If you spit on me, what's up, Mitch? Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. Enjoy your weekend celebration, man. Do you. So, but yeah, I mean, you best believe, man.
You best believe somebody spit on me. Best believe. I know one thing. He'll never do it again. I don't care how big you are. You ain't doing it again because you'll be like, oh, my God. That's one thing I shouldn't have done.
Look, man. Like I said, it's a street fall. It's everything. I'm gonna take your face and I'm gonna rub it on the pavement back and forth.
You're gonna have asphalt burn.
You're gonna have everything that. You know what? When you go to the hospital, if you ever saw this episode of Martin when he fought Tommy Hearns and his face was all blown up and bubble, nah, yours is gonna look worse than that, bro. Yours is gonna, because I'm telling you.
I know what I know. I would. Oh my God.
What's going on? It's going in and out. You can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Arku says UT has 4 takeaways. Got points off for that. Okay. Yeah, there you go, bro. Let me see. Let me just give a little update. Yeah, Texas was. Oh, I'm in the NFL. Duh. Ed, get back to college. Okay. Yeah, I was seeing Texas earlier. Wow, UConn is beating up on Syracuse. Yeah, Texas is up 28-7 over San Jose State. So, wow, my boys are hurting now. Texas Tech is really taking it to Kent State, 42-0. Wow, I got two guys play on there.
Penn State's losing?
No, I said Texas Tech to Kent State. I think
Oh, I
Penn
think it's
State.
Penn State. I was like, oh, what?
No, Penn State is beating FIU 28-0 in the third quarter right now. So, but getting back to the subject. So let me see. Good. And what's up, Charles? Thanks for tapping in, man. I hope you're having a good time. Stop by to show my support, and that there you go. Appreciate you, man. Thank you to you and everyone else. So, but yeah, that's that. So, had enough of that. Let's time to move on and get more thought and more talk about the games themselves. I mean, what were your thoughts about the game between Philly and Dallas?
Thought it was a good game. I think Jalen Carter hurt the Eagles. Why the Dallas Cowboys kept the Dallas Cowboys in the game? Because our game plan had Jalen Carter a big part of that. Going after Dak, stopping the run and all that. So now you had to go to a different game plan. So that's what hurt the Eagles and against Dallas, but we still came out with the win.
I mean, yeah. I mean, some are making the argument that if it wasn't because of CeeDee Lamb's drop pass, because both teams were going back and forth.
Yeah,
I did think you guys were going to. I didn't think it was going to be as close as it was, and part of it you're going to say because Jalen Carter isn't there. I get that. But the way Dallas moved the ball, it's just like wow. Dallas has showed a little bit more than what I thought. I mean, I thought they were pretty much going to be that to CeeDee Lamb, for the most part. I mean, you have what you got from the Steelers you can use, and then defensively, I mean, it just seemed like there really wasn't any defense in that game.
They lost Michael Parsons.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. So. But you guys also, you used your run game a little bit more.
That's what we're going to do now. We're going to run. We're going to run the ball more. So we're not going to use AJ Brown and Devontae Smith as we really do all the time.
Exactly. So I mean, yeah, your passing wasn't there as much. It wasn't explosive because
it wasn't explosive. It was there.
You could run.
It wasn't explosive.
Yeah, you could just run on them for the most part. So
yeah,
I
think what you call it got 150 yards rushing, if I'm not mistaken.
Hold on, I'll tell you 1 second.
I mean, Saquon Barkley got like 150 yards, I think. I'm not quite sure. I stopped watching at halftime after the rain delay.
No, Saquon had 50-something yards, I think. Yeah, I know he had 60 yards, 18 carries for 60 yards. Jalen Hurts had 14 carries, 62 yards. Collectively, you guys amassed 158 yards on 38 carries. So, that's
did good running.
Yeah. Let me see. Total yards. I mean, both were even. Dallas had 307 while you had 302. So, I mean, Dallas, probably had 36 more yards passing over you guys.
Dallas was picking on our corner.
Yeah. I mean, thank you for taking who we didn't want. So, and using him. So, you see,
he really didn't lose much because they picked on him all night long. If it wasn't for CeeDee Lamb being Mr. Butterfingers. You know what I mean?
So, I mean,
they picked on him all night.
Yes. And it sent a message where, you know what, like you said, Jalen Carter is going to be a big key. Yes, he is.
Yes.
And you're going to need to do things offensively to minimize what he can do, which will probably help others. But what it showed is, defensively, teams might not be as afraid of as Philadelphia, as they were in the past because of the talent. So
right. So if you really looked at the game, I'm going to say Jalen Carter was a big point in this game. Dak Prescott had more time to throw the ball. Jalen Carter played, you weren't going to get that. I'm sorry,
Exactly.
Coach. But
No, that's
that's
cool.
the thing. That's the thing. If Jalen Carter played, then our corners had less time. They didn't have a lot of. They didn't have to take so long to cover. You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean. He's a disruptive force up front.
Dak Prescott has time, so we can be tight on them. Our corners can be tight on them for so long, but after a while, they get wide open. Jalen Carter's could have rushed Dak into making a throw and screwing up.
No, it forces them to adjust their blocking assignments. You have to do other things. So that allows you on the back end with the defensive backs to be able to, you don't have to, be pressed as much to be in coverage for such a long period of time because it's halftime, sing us the song.
Sing us the song, I'm the piano man. Sing us the song tonight. There you
go. So and I get where you're coming from. Yeah, when you have that disruptive force in the trenches, it definitely goes a long way. So I forgot I had this set to come on. Tennessee State and North Dakota State. So I'm in heaven, man. That's why I love college football, man.
That's why I love college football.
Yes, there are just so many games that I could just sit back and watch. So Halftime been singing the happy birthday song to anyone who's been celebrating a birthday in his chat lately. So did you sing the Mitch the other day?
Yes, I did.
Okay, there you go.
I did.
So,
I sang that.
Well, for you, Mitch,
everybody.
I'll sing for you, Mitch. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mitchell. Happy birthday to you. There you go, Mitch.
Coach wins. So, he's got a better singing voice than I do.
I know sing, trust me.
Oh, you sing better than me. You win.
Yeah. Should I have been in the industry? Yeah. I just don't like the business of the industry. So that's why I never went for it. So I learned a long time, very young age. Nope, it's not for me. Just can't deal with it. So, but getting back to the game so far. His impact goes a long way. So, and it's going to be interesting. I will say this. Teams can also say, well, if we can take him out, depending on certain situations, you can still attack the defense. So, and in passing situations, who you're going to go after. Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. So, the halftime should go on America.
No. Why? So they can smash a cake in my face?
Ooh, that would be a good one.
They'll be like, you suck. Cake in the face.
That would be a good one. So, but again, in terms of adjusting, if you can do certain things to limit his ability to disrupt, in certain passing situations, I'm telling you right now, I know who I would if I'm an offense coordinator, and I know I could, take him, Jalen Carter, or I can minimize what he can do in passing situations. I already know who I'm going after. So
coach, you've been a coach. You've seen what Jalen Carter just went through. In your mind, what are you saying to yourself? Are you saying to yourself, I can get into this guy's head and he can be terrible?
Oh, definitely. I'm saying,
coach, and you've seen this. Are you telling your guys to get into that motherfucker's head?
Oh, no doubt.
I know
no doubt about it. I'm telling you, as coaches, we do things like that. You see that? You see what he can do? You can get into his head. You could say something and you could really get into his head. And look, there's going to be, there are going to be players who are going to go out there. They're going to talk about his mama.
Yes.
Which
Yeah, they're gonna give out mama jokes.
They gonna talk about it. Look, they'll get as raunchy as yo, is your girl available, man?
Yeah.
I want some. I want to get some
Yeah.
good loving for just to see if he's gonna swing on him or
Oh,
anything of that nature. So yes, that's why I
they want
said
to take him out of the game.
you want to get
They
into
don't
his
care if
head.
he's playing. They want to take his mindset out of the game.
Yep. You want to get him so pissed that
he looks soft.
It's not even that. He gets so unfocused and undisciplined. You take him out that he doesn't even follow the game plan. Sometimes he gets so mad he just wants to come after you. Okay, you want to come after me? Come on. So there you go. But it's like that movie in The Program where the guy the tackle is messing with the guy and he's like looking down at the guy. Excuse me while I go down and celebrate because we just scored a touchdown. Yeah, it's that type of situation. So yeah, as coaches, we, you see, you can get into his head, man. Look at this, man. Look at this, man.
I say it's soft, but it
is soft.
You know what I mean? To me, it's soft. So, to me, I can disrupt this whole thing by getting into that guy's head.
Exactly. You want to know which team has the fight in it? Yeah, bro. Yes. But like I said, there's dirty things that goes on. Like I said, stepping on people's toes, grabbing guys' fingers, trying to break their. Come on, I mean, we've done all. Look, you get kneed in your man parts. Let's be real. You get kneed, punched, whatever. I mean, you do a lot of things in pile-ups or whatever. That you try to see what you can get away with and what the officials will allow you. But then there's certain things that, we just don't know. No matter what, no matter how dirty you are, you just don't cross the line. You just, that right there, what we talk, spitting or something. No one, no matter how dirty you are, is going to do. You might be dirty with your play and, sticking your fingers in somebody's eyes. Look, I've had it done. Why do you think a lot of guys wear visors? Sometimes it ain't because of that. It's because guys are in there.
They don't want to get the fingers in the eyes. They don't want to get bringing.
Nope.
But
exactly.
Because there's dirty play all the time. But that's how I've been looking at this. I'm like,
yeah, exactly. So
soft. Like words got to him. Words got to him, coach. Words.
As my coach said, you're like, look, you talk to us as coaches and you let us know if you want to target someone. There's ways you can target a dirty play or someone you want to get after. Like what's that movie with Sinbad and I forgot the play where they were going after him, but the play is the whole team, they ran a toss and everybody ran to the sideline. There was the dean standing on the sideline, and the whole team came over to knock him down. So there's ways you can get after players.
And now they're going to be talking about his mama, his wife. Yeah, I mean, shit. Even if you have a kid, they're going to say every fucking thing to get you off your game.
Yes,
they want you. To be honest with you, they want you suspended again.
Exactly.
They want you going because they know that you're a good player. But if I can get you off your game, you're the weakest link.
Exactly. So there you go. So what were your thoughts about last night's game? Did you watch it?
No, I was streaming the baseball game.
Okay.
I did watch. I got the recap. I watched a little bit of it, but Chargers look really good, and Kansas City looked like they couldn't. They were slow. They were sluggish. They kind of looked like they were still in training camp. To me, I didn't watch the whole game. This is just me watching a little bit, and it looked like the Kansas City's still in training camp.
And I'm with you. I mean, I haven't really been, I've been more watching, the college games and so on and so forth. So I understand exactly where you're coming from in that regard. That is a lateral. But Kansas City doesn't. It's and from everything I'm sounding, hearing and reading, it doesn't sound like they're at peak performance as of right now. They have the talent.
Yes.
And it's just that right now, like you said, it still seems like they're in training camp. And right now, that's I think the first week in professional football is going to be like that. I think the games are going to be a lot closer. I don't think you're going to get blowouts right off the bat unless the team is just totally that. Like if you're playing the Saints, there is that possibility you can come away with a 30-point win. I'm sorry, if there's Saint fans out there, I'm sorry, but that's just how I see it. I think
I got the Saints probably the worst team in football this year.
Yeah, I think everybody does.
I think I got them at maybe 2 or 3 wins.
I think we're about the same way. I have them. I know some people are going to hate me for saying this, but I'm not big on Cincinnati. Their defense is atrocious.
Yes, thank you.
So
let's go Cleveland beat Cincinnati.
I think as I told NYG and Big Pat on the preview, I think they're going to win like 4 games. I'm
not big on Joe Burrow.
It's not even Joe Burrow.
I was never big on Joe Burrow. I'm not going to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I always call him Jim Kelly.
Okay.
From the Buffalo back in the day. Mm-hmm. How did Buffalo go to the 4 straight Super Bowls? It wasn't Jim Kelly. It was that goddamn defense.
Just the defense. It was Thurman. Thomas.
Jim Kelly wasn't as he could never get over the hump, but he didn't. He always screwed up something.
No, I get where you're going, but I will say this about Jim Kelly and even Joe Burrow, because offensively, Cincinnati is good. I have to be honest there. I think the biggest issue is their defense. Then getting back to with Jim Kelly was good. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I remember Jim Kelly when he was in the USFL and playing with Houston in that run and shoot offense. It was just like, I remember Jim Kelly when he was playing down in Miami. I'm an old guy. I know it. I'm an old guy, but I still remember him. So I do think he's, I know you're saying you don't think he was that good. Even Burrow, I think Burrow is good because he has offensive talent around him.
Too much hype.
I just think
everybody just put too much hype on that dude.
Well, they put if he had a team like Allen in Buffalo, I'm going to be honest with you. Because you have a defense, I think he can win a Super Bowl. He's that talented, bro. I'm sorry. It's not a matter of hyping him up. I'm looking at his talent and his ability to play the game. I'm singularizing his ability. Now, the quarterback needs other positions. You need an offensive line. You need receivers, tight ends, running backs. You also need your defense.
I get it. You need an offensive line. I get it.
Yeah. Yes.
You spend all that money on those 2 wide receivers?
Yes.
How come you didn't get an offensive line for?
But that's the issue. That right there. So, like I said, the biggest thing with Cincinnati for me and Atlanta. Atlanta is another one where I'm not big on them as everyone else because it's more about their defense and inability. Because what happens when your offense has a bad game? You're going to need your defense to step up. And that you can't expect your offense to score you 30, 40 points a game every game.
But they're not making the playoffs, Coach, in 2 straight years. And now you're saying they're not making the playoffs this year, which I agree with you. Like, you spent all this money on your wide receivers, Joe Burrow, and you did go get your pass rusher. You got your rusher on defense. You signed him again. But, like, you're telling me for 3 straight years that you guys can't make it? And you all want to give Joe Burrow all the credit for not making something. For not making it. You guys don't want to give Jalen Hurts any credit. The dude went to in 3 years went to 2 Super Bowls. And nobody wants to give Jalen Hurts any credit because he don't throw for 4,000 yards.
That's the issue when it comes to the quarterback. They're expecting you, Jalen Hurts, because of the receivers that he has around him. The expectation is elevated, and the blame is going to be, when he doesn't meet that, on him, as opposed to, well, first of all, what is the scheme? Second of all, when you have a 2,000-yard rusher, I'm going to be honest with you. You have a 2,000-yard rusher, your passing game is going to reduce.
I'm fucking running the ball. And my job is, I got me my running back. He's the beast.
That's old school football. Now fans want to see the passing, the touchdowns, and all this and that. I will say it again, over and over again, and some people look at me like I'm crazy. Man, I can see the beauty in a game when it's 2-0. And I can. It could be a rain-soaked, muddy, snowy game, and I'm going to see such great football, And maybe it's because of the defense. Maybe it is because of the weather. Maybe it is because of that. But I can see it, and people look at me like I'm crazy when I say that. I enjoy low-scoring games more than I do the high-scoring games.
I like a good defense.
I like it. I don't like it when it's
good slobber knocker. Fucking.
There you go.
We are beating each other to half to death.
Yes. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. That's me too. I'm old school. It's like I said, 10-7, 7-6. Oh yes. And most other fans, you're bored. I get it. But the thing with me, I'm looking at the coaches. I'm looking at the strategy. What are you doing? What's going on there? So it's like playing chess. Most of us are not going to sit there and watch a chess match because you're bored. You're bored and you don't see excitement. And you want to be excited when you're watching things, But when it comes about strategy and things of that nature, it's and I get it. So, but let's move on to the other one. My Giants playing the Commanders tomorrow.
That's gonna be a good one.
Who do you think wins the game?
Are you at home?
No, we're in Washington.
Washington wins.
Okay.
Now I do like I said, I do have the Commanders splitting with the Giants. I think you'll win at home, they'll win at home, and there you go.
Okay.
But this is what I'm interested about the Giants. What are the Giants? What did they all the off season? They did on paper great. Can they actually show the Commanders that, hey, we're here, buddy. Here we are, and we're going to give you a run for your money? They can, I think. I'm not saying I think it's going to be a close game.
Well, the games last year were close anyway, so even though the Commanders won,
I think it's going to be a real close game. But now they got a quarterback. So I do think you're going to sneak some wins in. You are going to tie the Commanders. You're going to have one win. They'll have one win. But and I give the Commanders the win just because it's at home field advantage.
Okay. So to me, I think the Giants are going to win. Yes, I'm a homer. Sorry, I'm a homer.
No, you guys.
So I mean, but the biggest thing is it's about the offensive line. Yes. That's really what it boils down to. It boils down. The Giants' whole season is about their offensive line. Their offensive line has to play much better. You have to allow the running backs to be able to run. You have to allow our quarterbacks, whether it's Russell Wilson, whether it's Jackson Dart, whether it's Jameis Winston, whoever. You need to allow the quarterback to be able to get the ball downfield when necessary. They need to be able to connect with the receivers, whether it's Neighbors or Slayton or Wan'Dale Robinson or whoever. The tight ends, they need the time. You need to give because right now on paper, there is a potential that the Giants could have a very good defense if things go right. But you also need the offensive line to allow the defense to get the rest at those times to be able to regroup and be able to go out there and play. So, this is going to be one of those games. It really is going to be one of those games. The Commanders, Hey, I think Mitch said it earlier. They have one of the oldest teams, or they are the oldest team in the NFL. You
Yeah.
know, do they have that sophomore-ish slump? Because no one saw them coming out of nowhere last year. No
No,
one.
they came out of nowhere, but
Yeah,
I still like their quarterback, and I think he can get the job done.
and that's the thing. But see, here's the other thing, though. Don't let him get hurt.
Right.
So and that's the thing. I mean, Jalen Daniels. I've watched him since Arizona State when he was with Herm Edwards. And I've seen the good and the bad with him. So, and he went to LSU and he got coached up and he did well there and great. So but he to me he's pretty much the whole team in a sense. Yes, you have a couple of key pieces here offensively, but okay, you can. And first of all, I talked about our offensive line. It's going to be about their offensive line too.
Yes.
So yes, they made a trade for a left tackle. I mean, our left tackle is always hurt. So we need him out on the field to be productive also. So in Washington, with their trade, is this tackle left tackle? Because here's the thing: teams don't trade left tackles if they're really good. They don't.
No.
I'm sorry.
Left tackle. You're not doing that.
No. So why would the Texans trade supposedly a top tackle? Because that's the first. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, you traded him, so, and if he's not what he's supposed to be, Burns, Kayvon, and then Carter. I mean, those edge rushers, and Daniel's going to have to get rid of that ball pretty quickly. If you run into that, and you got big, sexy Dexy right up the middle, 350 pounds that can move like a running back. It's going to be interesting. Tomorrow is going to be a straight out war. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, okay, because I go back to the 80s and the 90s. Back in the days, the rival for the Giants was not Philadelphia. It was Washington. It was Washington with the John Riggins and Art Monk and those guys back there. That was the team. Joe Gibbs as the maestro and as the head coach. That was the thing. So
the Eagles had their rivalry was, I would say, the Commanders too, because they had body bag game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
exactly. Dallas was, don't get me wrong. Dallas was hated, but not to the magnitude it is now. You started hating.
Just took a bounty on them.
We
put a bounty on a kicker.
Look, in the 80s, because it was Tom Landry, they were more gentlemanly in that regard.
Yep.
So you looked at them different. Jimmy Johnson comes in and, the swag comes in and all. And you start to grow and the fans' confidence gets up and they go to another level. And then you start to hate them. But back in the 80s, it was really about the Giants in Washington, man. In the 90s, it was Giants in Washington. That was it, man. And you love the wars, that was the era. Lawrence Taylor, I mean, don't forget, LT broke Theismann's leg, man.
Yep.
I mean, didn't do it intentionally. For those of you who think that's what I'm saying, no. But what I'm saying is, it was intense. The level of intensity.
Oh yeah.
You back in the old RFK Stadium,
wasn't like good. You deserved it. Because he would say that kind of shit.
No. You after when it happened, he instantly called for their medical personnel.
He said, "I broke this. I know he's broken."
Exactly. So, but it's what I'm saying is, back then is the Giants get to the Super Bowl. They beat Washington. They shut them out that time, and everyone who was a Giants fan was just in heaven. That's what you wanted. You go down to RFK Stadium back in the day. Yo, do you know they would be jumping and the stadium would be literally the stands would be literally going up and down? It was that intense.
Though, Coach.
And yes,
the old school rivalry used to be great.
Yes.
You're not going to get that no more. Y'all missed the great from the 80s and 90s. You guys missed a great.
I will say this: the Cowboys rivalry in the 80s was not even the NFC East. It was San Francisco. I'm going to be honest with you. It was about the 49ers when they first came out in the early 80s, you know, and then it was Dallas and Joe Montana with the catch to Dwight Clark, you know, and Dallas and them were going back and forth more than anyone to try and get to the championship.
That too.
Yeah, Pittsburgh and Dallas, or you know, in the 70s into the 80s. Yes, yeah, I know about
it. Wasn't we didn't have like in our division. Dallas wasn't a rival.
No.
This is the craziest thing. We hate Dallas the most, and they weren't even a rival.
Nope. We didn't even. That's why I said
it was. Oh, we're going for Washington.
Yes.
We hated Washington. You guys hated Washington. We're all like, we didn't. And the Giants and the Eagles didn't have that real bad blood. It was more Washington than. We hated you guys.
Yes.
But then again, Lawrence Taylor would look at Reggie White and boy.
Oh, yes. No, don't get me wrong.
They had their like, you can
competition.
Do this. My God, wait, do I get on the field to do this? Your guy.
Yes. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Look, I still remember when the Giants played the Eagles and Randall Carl Banks had Cunningham, went and hit him, and Cunningham went parallel, put his hands down, got back up, didn't even touch the ground and ran for the. I was just like, you got to be kidding me. So don't get me wrong. There were some games.
I was like, oh my God, how did he get out? How come he's still running?
Exactly. Wow. So don't get me wrong. It's just that with the Redskins, they had the offensive. Think about it. Their offensive line was called the Hogs.
Yes.
The Hogs.
Yep.
So it was just like, yo, you knew you had to bring it.
Yes.
You had to bring it because it was yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
Like I always say, I'm like, we really didn't have nobody cared about the Dallas Cowboys. It was always going to Washington.
Yo,
we had the body bag game where we were sitting there, we were trying to see how many guys are gonna be hurt on this team more than this team. Exactly. It was body bags everywhere.
Oh, that's interference. Yeah,
I miss that kind of football.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. The rules have changed, so the level of physicality is out. You're protecting the quarterback. As I always say, when you go for a sack, you need to pick the quarterback up, hold him like a baby, rock him a little bit, give him a bottle, and then put the bed down and put a nice pillow, lay him down, get some feathers to cover him up, tuck him in nice and tightly. You okay, little boy? Okay, I just sacked you, okay? But you're going to be fine. No.
I will say that if the rules were today rules back in the 80s and 90s, the Eagles would have had Super Bowls.
I would say the LT said it best. He's like, if the rules were the rules that they play with today were back when he played, he wouldn't be playing football because everything.
He couldn't play. He said, "Somebody said I couldn't play." He knows the two solved. He'd get in trouble. I get it.
Wait a minute, please. I thought they were the fun bunch, not the. Oh no, or was it Houston? The Houston Oilers were they were the fun bunch. They were the fun bunch because they all used to get together and they get in a circle and they go like this and they jump up to do a high five together. I could have sworn they were now you're going to make me look. Wait a minute, Blaze.
Googling it. Blaze Googles every fucking thing.
Yeah. No, don't get
me. And then these guys are like, I came up with this on my own. He's a Google master over there.
Now you got me looking up.
Now you got Coach Googling shit, Blaze.
They were the fun bunch. Yeah, the Watch the Redskins Fun Bunch was an iconic group of Watch the Redskins players in the 80s, primarily known for creating and choreographing touchdown celebrations. That's what I thought. Okay. So yeah, they were part of the larger Fun Bunch. Okay. You're just talking about that. I got you now. I got you. They were the Smurfs part. Okay, that's fine. That's what threw me. I'm like, wait, I knew they were the Fun Bunch. So he says I never claimed to know these things alone. Yes, I use Google. So look, I think we all use. No, I'm sorry. You don't use Google. You have time.
I
But
ain't no Google motherfucker. I don't Google shit. I'm not a Googler.
Yeah. So no, I mean, yeah, I use my memory because look, I'm not. I still remember some
That's
things.
how good I am, I guess.
Yeah.
Pat myself on the back. I don't use fucking Google.
There you go.
I remember back in the day. I can remember. You know, it's really funny. Remember the back in the day. I can remember freaking the body bag game. I can remember the Fog Bowl. You know what I can't remember? I can't remember my anniversary.
Well, that's a typical man. What are you talking about?
But I'm just saying, I can't remember shit that you should remember. But I can you Fog Bowl. I can remember that motherfucking shit.
Oh, Chicago. Oh yeah. I mean, I remember that Fog Bowl.
I'm pissed to this day. To this day, I'm like, hold on. They had the blackout where in the playoffs, and they stopped playing. But my fucking team got playing fog that you can't see 4 fucking centimeters in front of your face. Like, what is this bullshit? I was pissed. I'm like, when that happened, I'm pissed. I'm like, what about football, bitches? I got screwed out of a fucking Super Bowl.
Okay, what's Arch doing? I have to check this out later. I'll look into that because it's going to be probably part of my review. So, Coach, did you watch Happy Gilmore? No, I've never seen the Happy Gilmore show movie. I just haven't. So, hey, I understand. It's just not that's not my cup of tea. So, mind if you Google? Maybe if you Google more, you wouldn't be wrong. As
please. I ain't wrong.
Now they have rain delays.
But guess what? I don't have to do. I don't have to Google shit.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's rain delays. I think it's more the lightning, Dave.
It's the lightning, not rain.
It's not the rain. They'll play in rain.
Not the rain. They'll play in the rain.
Yeah,
they can come down pouring. It's the lightning, so you don't get struck and die.
Yeah, that's the thing.
How high the stadium is, they don't want you to get struck and die.
Yeah, because you're now financially responsible. So, people will sue. You know, something happens, families will sue. Have you ever watched All American, the show? No, never heard of it.
No.
I mean, here's the thing, okay? Most TV shows I'm not really into. I mean, there are some that I am, but the TV show that I'll watch, bless you, over and over and over and over and over again is one that most of y'all probably were not even born when it showed and don't even care. But my favorite show is A Different World. I'll watch that over and over.
Oh, Different World is a great movie.
Yeah.
I love A Different World.
Yeah, so my kids are tired of me watching that. So it's like, you watching that again? Yep. You know it almost hard. Yeah, I know.
I like Different World.
Yeah, so you want to know how bad I am? I just found out how good The Big Bang Theory is, and I'm now watching it. When it was on, now I'm just like, back then I was just like, nah, it's not my cup of tea. I'm bad. I admit it. I'm
the same way, Coach.
Yeah, I'll
stick on watching something. Miss Halftime, but like, you're watching that shit again? Like, yeah.
The hot girls at the Euro basket crowds. There you go. What's up, birthday boy? Okay, you tuned in. Big Bang Theory. It's funny. Like
Big Bang Theory's good.
Yeah, so I have to admit. And what's so bad is the love of my life. She used to tell me all the time, you need to watch some of these shows. They're good. I'm like, I just want to watch sports. That's my thing. It's just leave me alone. Let me watch my sports for the most part. I wasn't even big on Cosby, the Bill Cosby. I just wasn't. I mean, it was cool. Don't get me wrong. And, I had my good memories, but if you ask me between that and a different world is 1,000 times better than the Cosby Show. That's just me. So
back in the day when they had the Wonder Years, I used to watch that.
See, that was her thing. So I was just like, I'm like, I get it. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. There's some good episodes, and yeah, Sheldon is hilarious. Look, here's the thing. I'm like, I forgot who I was talking to. He's like, what's the matter with Sheldon? And I'm just like, do y'all not realize he's autistic? The guy is autistic. The guy is a genius, but he just doesn't have he has a personality quirks. I'm like, he's autistic. There's nothing wrong with him. He's a normal guy. Whatever. Mitch like big banging. Yeah, well, I think most men like big banging, okay? I know you do too, Blaze.
No
Come on, man.
here either,
yeah, exactly. There's no pause here. He's probably the smartest guy. Well, you know what? I mean, Arku, I'd love to go toe to toe with him on some things. So, to see who really is more intelligent. So, I think I could check him down. So, bro don't even know how to pick up when a female is hitting on him, because that episode when the whatever the doctor, whoever who was under him, forced him to travel to go ask what's her name to marry him, is like, bro, you didn't pick up on that. I'm like, yo, she was giving you play. Now, most of us guys, girlfriend or not, would have been like, all right, meet me over here a little bit later. All right, shorty, I got you. So, watch Tulsa King with Stallone. That's a great show. Okay. Okay. Sorry, got me. I will never watch the Cosby Show again. Hey, that's your preference. I understand. I respect that. Sorry, you're right. This is a no pause zone. So
yeah,
anything without Elvira is hot.
Now hold on. Now
Elvira is hot.
Listen, Elvira. I told him this ahead of time. Elvira came to the house. It's only donkey Kong. You might as well just run away.
Look.
She's my girl. Elvira will always be my girl.
I used to love Mrs. Adams from the Adams Family. I was just
woo! Oh, I liked her too.
Woo!
Long hair.
Yes. Look, man, there's so many. Man, I mean, let's not go there.
I talk about Elvira, I blush because I'm a girl. I tell everybody I'm a girl.
Yes.
You're not. Shut up.
Yeah. So yeah.
You do.
Look. We can all be involved, but you know what? There's always going to be somebody on the show who, you know what? If we wasn't with anyone, yeah, Blaze, yeah, cleavage is, yeah, it's a kryptonite. It's a
Watch Elvira, and you tell me you didn't like Elvira.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go
creepy and sexy. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Y'all don't like Elvira. You go watch Elvira's movies, and you tell me you don't like her. Y'all going to go get checked.
I really need to be. I forgot my granddaughter is here. Damn it. I can't be too loud, y'all. I'm gonna get in trouble. Yeah, I like movies too. Yeah, I like movies. I like the rump roast, or as Jerome used to say, the Pam junk in the trunk. I like some junk in the trunk too. So but she can be skinny, and I can see a little something. I'm like, all right, I got something I can still work with. So, yeah, okay. So I'm getting back to talking sports, man. I'm leaving y'all alone. Get back to sports. Oh, Blaze, you do this to us every time, man. Yeah, kudos to you, Blaze. Here you go, bro. Yeah, you do it every time. All right, hey, let's move on. Let's talk about some baseball, man. So, with your Phillies, man, How are you feeling right now? Has things changed within the past week? Are you
No, they're
starting to feel
doing
more
good.
comfortable?
They're
Mm-hmm.
gonna. They might even come out with the best record in baseball.
Mm-hmm. Told you that before.
But you know what, Coach? In the playoffs, I'm still gonna stick with it.
You
I'm
still
saying
thinking
we're one and
one
done.
and done?
One and done. Listen, you don't have a Cy Young pitcher no more. You lost your best pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
We have been struggling. I get it. And we've been winning now. But guess what? I mean, I just don't think in the playoffs we will be there. I think we'll be one and done.
Yeah, but hold on. Where's the wild card?
I mean, we're close to almost.
Okay,
Like, we beat Milwaukee.
Yeah, you're literally what 4.5 games behind Milwaukee. So Milwaukee has been up and down. So
yes, so we beat
you
Milwaukee, but I'm still saying it like we're one and done.
Because right now I think you would face the
So
the
who are we
Cubs.
gonna play? Say if it started now, we're gonna play the Mets or we gotta play the Cubs. If we play San Diego, you know what I mean?
Wait a minute. No,
There's the three. There'll be the three teams.
Who did? All right. First of all, don't. Wait a minute. I thought they play a 1-game playoff. Or
So
okay,
it would be 5 games.
No, wait a minute. I'm going to look at the baseball format, playoff format. MLB baseball format. $25. And come on. I mean,
Like, I'm telling you, like, Wheeler should have been the Cy Young winner.
Mm-hmm.
But he's out, he's hurt, he's done for the year.
Yeah.
And right now, if you had to play the offs right now,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it is what you call it?
Okay.
Wait
a minute.
I'm bad with names. Christopher Sanchez, my bad. So now your starter is Christopher Sanchez and, you know, Ranger Suarez, Luzardo, and Aaron Nola.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, it's going to be rough.
Here's the baseball playoff format right now.
Right now.
Okay.
Right,
so 3 plays 6, 4 plays 5 in the first round. And then you at 2 would get the winner of LA or the Mets.
So the Dodgers would beat the Mets. Then the Dodgers are going to beat us.
I disagree with that because the Dodgers they've been too up and down right now, going down the stretch, man.
Yeah, but we lost our best pitcher.
I know, I understand that, but I still think you have enough. The Phillies, I think, have enough to make it to the NLCS. And if you go to the NLCS,
the problem is you don't know what the bats are going to do. The bats go so cold, Coach. Yeah. They'll have one fucking run.
But that goes both ways. What I can give you a Paul Skeens for free. Just give me back the end of the seat. Wait, huh? Guess what? I can give you Paul Skeens for free. Just give me back. Oh, just give me him back at the end of the season.
Oh.
No.
I don't work that way. I would do it. I would do it making a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think we all would.
So just so I can go win the World Series, I win the World Series if I have him. Vic.
Now, if you're saying go win the World Series,
if we have him, I win the World Series. If I have Wheeler
and
we're being healthy, I win. I'll say we can go to the World Series. But I'm telling you now, we're not doing it. Every pitcher has to go 7 innings, Coach, because our bullpen is so bad. I mean, I could be wrong.
No, I mean you're right. In the playoffs, your pitching it's magnified. So I agree with you there. but I just think that you
We had the
still
best
have.
record in baseball last year. Guess how many wins we got,
What's
Coach, in
up,
the
Lil?
playoffs?
No, I got you. I got you. You guys are one and done last year.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. I get that. I get that. I don't know. The NL just doesn't seem overly as imposing like at the start of the season. I mean, the Dodgers, because to me, I'll be honest with you, it was like the Dodgers were probably going to run away with it. You guys, the Mets and Atlanta were going to probably be there fighting for it. I didn't think Milwaukee was going to be good. So,
Oh, I thought Milwaukee was going to be good. I thought San Diego was going to be good. I thought the Cubs were going to be good.
when I say good, I mean like dominating to be the number one team in the National League. I didn't think they were going to be. Would they be in contention? Yes, yes, and yes, Victor. That's my whole point. I thought the NL looked weaker than the AL overall. That's what I was getting at. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense then.
yeah, I mean, I figured. Well, the Blue Jays are playing much better than I thought, but I figured the Yankees, Boston. I did for some reason think Tampa Bay was going to be much better because they always just seem to come out of
Isn't that
nowhere.
Boston beating the Yankees?
No, they have Boston and the Yankees playing each other because the Yankees
Right.
are at
I mean,
4.
so who do you, if right now, if playoffs started right now, who do you have winning, the Yankees or Boston?
Yankees.
Okay.
I mean, which is why look, we can talk about what the standings, but let me finish up with the National League first. So that's the playoff format. So we know what the format is, but
The season's
so
almost over.
you would get a bye first of all. So you're
Right.
getting a bye.
The season's almost over. So
Mm-hmm.
it looks like that's going to be roughly the standing. I mean, we can get up to first, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, no, I mean,
We can
got
go
you.
above Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, that's where basically it's going to lie in that area. So it's not going to really change much.
But you guys have been games. You guys are 6-4 over the last 10. So so it's like okay, you guys are. You have a runs differential of plus 106, so you are scoring runs. So you are doing what you need to do.
More runs than we are scoring.
But if you look at it now, you're giving up 568 runs right now. I mean, Milwaukee's at 557. That's a difference of 11 right there.
Yeah.
You look at the Dodgers; they're at giving up 618. I mean, Arizona's 600. So you're not.
I think when the playoffs are here.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a different beast.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree. It's totally different, and you need your pitching. But what I'm getting at is you do have enough pitching now. Your bullpen, you made a valid point. I don't know the bullpen, so that's going to be the key right there going forward. So it's you have the ability.
I hope the Phillies make me look like the biggest liar in the world. I hope we go to the World Series and win this shit. But I'm just telling you now. I'm like,
I didn't say to win. I said I think you guys can get there. I'll give you that.
I'm just saying altogether, I don't think they're going to get there.
No, I get you.
I'm being honest with myself. And the bats don't come alive. You lost your number one Cy Young winner, and I'm going to say it. I think he should have won the Cy Young Award this year. And, we have no discipline at the plate. And the Phillies they're inconsistent.
That's the thing. You want to it's the inconsistency, but the ability is still there. That's what I'm getting at.
The ability's there. We all know the ability's there. You can look at your stats and tell you the ability's there. But the inconsistency tells me that you're one and done.
I got you. I got you.
Listen, I'm hoping. I tell all the Philly fans I'm hoping I'm wrong. But when what I see every night watching, it's like there's no discipline at the plate. Swing at fucking everything. Not friggin' bad base running, doing this wrong, something that you should know at 11 years old. You're screwing the pooch up and you're a Major League Baseball player.
That's fair, bro. I can't argue with you there. I definitely agree with you there.
But then again, I'm like, so what I did, I stepped away, coach, and I watched the Yankees. I watched the Cubs. It's everybody in baseball does the same fucking thing. And it's like, wait a minute. Okay, it ain't just the Phillies. It's everybody. It's like, what are they doing?
What did I say about the Yankees? I even said it. I said, you guys are a carbon copy of the Yankees. Halftime. Let's get Kimbrel back for the stretch run.
No, I don't want it because this dude, Rob sucks as a manager. He'll be like, oh, I didn't want to hurt Kimbrel's feelings. I didn't want him to lose his mojo. And fucking, so I want him to keep his confidence. So I'll put him back in when he blows a lead.
Now it's again that's where the softness in sports comes into play, because we're now in an era where you're worried about hurting people's feelings. Where I come from an era, I've had coaches tell me you playing like a bitch. I'm not going to sit here and cry. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what I want to coach for. But tell me when
I want a coach to get in my face, and he's getting in players' faces when you're not stepping up. I'm going to put you on the bench.
Lackadaisical. That's what some type of supervisory coaching, managing is about.
My manager will not go out there and defend his own guys because he's worried about if he gets kicked out of the game, he'll lose his job. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like enough's enough. Like you have to, you gotta stop having this, thin skin, and you better just make it thicker.
Yes.
Because you need to fucking yell at somebody.
Yes. And don't take things
no more, coach.
Look, sometimes if I'm in sports and you're yelling at me like that, first of all, I don't take it personal. I know here's the thing. And I've used this as a coach, and I've told guys this, and this is what a coach told to me when I was playing back in college. He said, if I yell at you, that means I believe in you and I know there's talent there. If I don't yell at you and you made a mistake and you come to the sideline and I just turn away from you, there's a problem. Because if I don't say, that means you probably more than likely you're going to be sitting the rest of the game. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, that's when, as a player, first of all, I know a coach cares. That's telling me this coach cares. He cares about me because he wants me. Now, there is a manner in how
to the coach and somebody goes and pushes you away and says, hey, coach don't want to talk to you right now. You'd be like, I'm in the doghouse.
Exactly.
Because a normal coach would come in here and say, grab you by your shirt and say, yo, get your head out of your ass.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Up. Do this. We know you can.
Exactly. Now, I'm not saying the coach comes in and nothing but explicitives in the way that they talk to you, and you suck, your mama sucks, and all this and that. That's a different story. Then it's making it personal, and now we have issues. Now, yes, we have issues because you're now personalizing it. You're not showing that you care about me, and that's what it boils down to. So, I'm with you there. So
some people play better with a chip on their shoulder too. I mean, like here you go, Trey Turner. If he has a bad couple of games, and he has a bad couple of games, the fans have to cheer on him for striking out. Say he strikes out 20 times. The fans have to cheer for him, saying, oh, man, you can get him next time because he's soft. And it hurts his feelings when you boo him.
And on the flip side, yeah, sometimes as a coach, you got to know who you can baby and who you can. And sometimes it's frustrating because as a coach, you get emotional.
If he's
You're
coached out
emotional.
20 times, coach, guess what he should be doing? Sitting on the fucking bench.
That's my point,
Until
bro.
he figures it out.
That's that. Sometimes you need to sit. Hey, great example. And I think it was, in Sportsmanlike talked about it. They said the Carolina Panthers, the head coach last year when he sat Bryce Young, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's moving on from him," and he said no. And he came back later, and Bryce Young performed well going into the close of the season. Sometimes a player needs to sit just to see. Sometimes they need to sit to understand, and that's the point. So, and I feel you. If you don't have a manager who's doing that, I get you. I get you. You want him. You want you. Nah,
I guess.
I want you, baby.
I guess it's my old school ways.
Yeah, it is. It is our
You know
ways.
what I mean? And I'm not used to the way people want to be babyfied now. I call it babyfying, and Miss Halftime yells at me when I say this about people. I'm like, well, it is what it is them being babyfied. They want a gold spoon in their fucking mouth and not put in the work. You know what I mean?
I think I want to move to Iowa State.
Huh?
I think I want to go move to Iowa State.
I can't hear you. You are whispering.
I think I want to go move to Iowa State.
You want to go to Ohio State?
No, Iowa State.
Iowa State?
They got some honeys out there.
Oh, do they? Well, let's go. We're out.
Let me leave them young girls alone, man. They
got like a couple of hours.
Ooh, what a hit. They sacked them back to back. Okay. Sorry. Like I said, I got the game on, so there you go. So Syracuse came back against UConn. Okay. For RQ, Texas is up 38-7 over San Jose State. But if you're a top ranked team, San Jose State. All right, let's get back to baseball real quick. And the Yankees right now 7-3 over their last 10. They've been playing a lot better.
They came out of their slump.
Yeah, they've been doing well. Yesterday, I will give Toronto credit because they also tested Aaron Judge's arm because he just played in the outfield. There was a play where ball was hit to him in right field, bounced, picked up, and I forgot who was at second base, but he got to third base when the ball got to him, he was at third base, and everybody was expecting him to throw it home, and he threw it to first base. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on? But there's questions about his arm strength right now. So Iowa State's going to come away with the win over Iowa. Good job. So it's leaving me saying, what's his injury? Is he really over his injury? So I gotta wonder. I'm calling Rangers will sneak into the playoffs. Arch look like trash, bro. But it's early. But that's 2 games in a row, man. We can get Ohio State. We can all get Ohio State because they're one of the top. San Jose State. I predict in my projection. I think I had San Jose State 4th in the Mountain West. No, 3rd. I think I had them 3rd in the Mountain West. So I'm like, no, this. Don't get me wrong. Ken Niumatalolo is a good coach. He definitely is. But if Arch looks like trash against San Jose State, it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a long season. So let me just make sure I get
keep him in there, don't they? They want to keep him in college, right?
Well, his grandfather says he's coming back because people talk about he's coming out after this year. The way he's coming, the way he's looking right now, if he comes out, he might be maybe a 3rd or 4th round draft pick.
Oh wow!
I mean, I'm not saying he's a franchise quarterback right now. I'm just not. So, Peacock. I'm just not. I'm not there with him. He's not looking well. Last week he just looked confused. Now also going up against a Matt Patricia defense. We know Matt Patricia's NFL caliber, so he's going to do things to confuse him, which it's not good. So he was missing wide open receivers. He needs to return to school. That was his fourth start. That was his fourth start. That was it. So, he's not ready. So, now if you say
that's a good possibility.
I'm sorry.
So that's a good possibility that he's not ready.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Fourth start.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens. So, but getting back to the Yankees, the Yankees are, I'm not as overly harsh as I was early in the season, in the year. They're now Toronto, moved up the distance, but they're 5 games behind Toronto for the division, and Toronto has the number 1 record in the American League. So, and they're playing Toronto right now. They lost yesterday, but they have today and I think tomorrow. So if you get that, you can get the division down to 3 games. So, there is that possibility down the stretch. So, they just took care of Houston. They took 2 or 3 against Houston. So that's telling me they're better than Houston. Now they're half a game in front of the Red Sox. So they definitely need to step up because Boston is right there. But
Boston's a good team too. So
and that's my point. These are good teams. The thing that's hurt the Yankees, it's some question. It's questions about the managerial, Aaron Boone. Yes, there's questions about the pitching, the hitting. I mean, now you got Giancarlo Stanton who's hitting very well. Aaron Judge is just coming back. He hasn't been hitting. So, I mean, you have guys who are there who definitely. I know, bro. Don't get you started. Bro, Toronto we're going to see right now. So,
it
and
can't be Boston or Toronto.
Right now, I think they're leading 2-1, but it's a rain delay. Yeah, the game is delayed, so they're beating Toronto 2-1. So, but they just took 2 away from Houston. So, and we've always had issues with Houston. So I'm like, okay, all right, it's getting there. That some of it is Aaron Boone. I get it. There are some issues. The Rutgers game is in a delay. Okay. Oh, it's bad out there. Okay. Didn't realize it was that bad out there in Piscataway. So, we'll see. But again, with the Yankees, there have been many different issues, but they're still a good team. So it's a catch-22 because they have gotten me frustrated. NYG, we talk about it in our show. There's times we get so sick of Aaron Boone and some of the things. But, for them to be where they are without our number 1 pitcher in Cole all year, that tells me, you know what? Honestly, if they just get their head out of their butt and they just play up to their potential, they have the ability to take the division. So 7-1 against the Blue Jays yesterday, it's not a good look to start. But now, can they overcome that? And let's say they can get these last 2 games. Then to me, that changes the whole narrative in terms of the division and positioning themselves in the playoffs. So now I'm not overly optimistic, but I'm not deep in my pessimism either, to the point where I'm like, nah, it's going to be, it's over. So you're talking about one and done. I'm not one and done as yet anymore. Not with them. Is it going to be a fight? Yes. Can they win? Can they lose in the first round? Yes. But can they move on? Yes, they can. So there's things they got to do. I need Aaron Judge to step up. See, he's the biggest thing going forward. So
I need Harper to step up. So
yes,
I know what you mean. I know what you're going with.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Now the pitching, you know, other than Freeze or Fries, whatever, however you want to say his name, you know, they need some more consistent pitching, but it's there. It's there with them. So I'm okay. I want them to do a whole lot better, but I'm not all the way totally. I'm not ready to say I'm done with them. That's the point I'm making, because there was a point in time. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was ready to say I'm done with the Yankees, completely done. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even watch them. I don't care. Nope, nah.
I'm not done with the Phillies.
Yeah.
I want them to prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm,
I want them to say halftime was wrong. I'm okay with it being wrong then. And half of the predictions that we all say, you know, could be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. You know what I mean? I don't care. I want them to prove me wrong. But to prove me wrong, I don't care if you got the best record or the second best record. Because last year, I was all in. And you were one and done in the playoffs. And you had your starting pitcher. And you really had nothing wrong. And you had a great record in the whole season. But you didn't show up in the playoffs. And I don't think they're going to show up in the playoffs again.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And for you Philly Eagles fans, just to let you know, Deshaun Jackson, head coach of Delaware State, is actually leading Albany right now, 21-0 in the third quarter. So Delaware State is.
He's going to be a good coach, ain't he?
Well, we'll see. He lost last week.
Deshaun Jackson's going to be a good coach, ain't he?
We're going to see. This is going to tell me. It's just like Mike Vick down in Norfolk State. You know, these guys, you know, are they Eddie George and Deion Sanders ready to develop and move on to the next level? We'll see. Hey, what's up, Rafael? El Capitan Rafael El Fucho. Peace and blessings, brother. Thanks for tapping in, man. But to close out the Yankees, they have a chance. They have a chance. So, you know, I'm like I said, I'm not totally out. So we'll see what happens. I'm eager to see.
Man, prove me wrong, right?
In a sense, but you know what? It's more of, you know, guys, make that push and close it out, and let's get to the playoffs, and let's try and seriously go for number 28, because that's what it's about. I want 28. That's all I care about right now. I want 28.
How many games are left?
I'm confident. I wish I could be like you guys. Okay. Let's see. The Yankees are at 78-63. So that's 11. That's 141. So the Yankees have played 141. So what's that? About 19 games left?
Yeah.
They played 160?
Yeah.
160. So yeah, it's 119.
I think, what was it, 160 or 166?
Something like that. The point is they're roughly 19 to 20 something games. So
20 something games. All right.
Yeah. So Phillies are at 82-59. So that's 11-30. So that's, yeah, they're 141 also. So yeah, they're about the same. So in terms of the amount of games, that's how many's left. So we're down to the wire. We're really down to the wire.
This is gonna, like I always said, that guy say this is the hardest month.
Dave said 162, I think. So okay, we'll see. Yeah, because they do go into November now. So I'm seeing highlights of Arch Manning right now, and yeah, he made that the receiver slow down, even though it's a touchdown. So right now we're going to move on, and I just want to touch on this real quick. The Hall of Fame. Congratulations to everyone who made it. And for me, because I'm a Knicks fan, of course, Carmelo Anthony's, and I saw on his podcast that, you know, guys, Dwayne Wade and Iman Shumpert were there. You know, they what's his name? Griffin. What's his name? Who played at Oklahoma, played for the Nets, played for LA. What's his name? Whatchamacallit Griffin? Won the dunk, well, whatever. They were all praising him, and you know, Carmelo basically said, you know, he's proud of it because, you know, he did things his way. You know what he wanted to do. So in some regards, you can look at it as, you know, he's selfish. because he did it. He wanted to do it his way, but that's what you need to do, especially when you're trying to be an elite scorer. You got to do things your way. So, and I think it's well deserved that he's getting in, and and I wish him nothing but the best, and I think his son is going to do well. So, but do you have any thoughts on his induction into the Hall of Fame?
No, but I think he deserved to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't like it that he done it his way, but everybody has their own opinion on that. The way he did it, but I think he still deserved it.
Exactly.
He made it his way, and I can't knock him. That's his way. That's him. My way is a different way. Your way is probably a different way. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different way of doing things. Did he deserve to be there? Yes. Glad I got the score, and everybody's saying, that was awesome. Glad you got it.
Okay, got you, bro. Sorry. All right, so that's it. Just wanted to touch on that real quick. So now we want to talk about the question of the day, and just to give you guys a little insight into it. Something that I thought about this morning. It's a simple question. It really is, but it's a very powerful question that I'm going to ask, and there's a reason behind it, and there's different ways you can go about in terms of your thinking, but it's very simple. Do you love yourself? And I say that because there are so many people who live in quote unquote depression, and I know depression is real, so I'm not trying to minimize that, but you have people who live in depression, who don't love themselves, who are suicidal. You have people who go out and they completely change the way they look, getting this surgery and, everything on their face, their nose, their eyes, their lips, parts of their ears. Then you go to your, women go to their chest, and then you go to your backside and you're doing all of this. And it's like, you don't love yourself enough to accept who you are. I mean, I know I make it's really not a joke. I really do mean it, but I say I'm the sexiest fat man that you'll ever know. I'm saying I'm fat, but that's the truth. But it's also because I love myself. I love me some me. Who said that? Terrell Owens, didn't he say that?
Yep.
I love me some me.
Me.
I love me some me. And sometimes I got to be honest with myself. But why do I be honest with myself? Because I love myself. So, do you love yourself? And I mean that sincerely. Because you know what? Sometimes there are people out there that feel like nobody loves them. Well, you gotta love yourself. It should never be there's nobody out there that loves me. It should be
if you
on
love
the face
yourself,
of this.
you'll find somebody that loves you because the way you love yourself.
Bingo. And you know what? Forget everybody else. If you say there's no one, it should be at least one person on this planet that loves you, and that's you. So, do you love yourself? So it's what do you do? What are some things that you do to love yourself? I mean, me goes into my sports. I'm dealing with my family, checking on my family. So, but you know what? Halftime, I know you love yourself. There's times you don't care about yourself because you care about everyone else.
I
Because we
don't
had that.
care about myself. I mean, I'm telling you now, and I'm true. I would rather not see a human in suffering. I'd rather take suffering for him. So a person that has cancer, I might not even know that person. I'm the type of guy I rather have that and deal with it than them. But I think to me, I'm strong enough. I can handle it.
Exactly.
Even if anybody goes through a rough thing in life, I always will try to be entertaining, joking, making them their day as much as I got happy, smiling, laughing. Like I have a friend, he's in chronic pain all the time. On the weekends, take the time out of my day. Yo, I gotta go to see my buddy, and he'll be miserable and in pain and all. And for those couple hours, he's happy, and his wife's like, "Oh my God, he can't come out of bed. Now he's out of his bed." And you're entertaining, you joke with him, he's laughing, and everything. I try to change the mood. That's the thing. I might not like myself, but in me, that's just me. But I'm good with myself. I would
But
never
you love yourself.
anything about me.
But you love yourself. See,
I love myself. Yeah, I love me some me.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm a fat man. I tell everybody I'm fat. I tell everybody I'm old. Hey, I'm not as old as a lot of people really think I am, but I'm old to me. You know what I mean? But I'm old. I tell you all, I'm in pain. My knees, my back, you know what I mean? My neck. I'm over here with
my neck, my back.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But I make it entertaining where you laugh, and you gotta laugh at. Sometimes you gotta laugh at yourself.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta make it. You might be depressed in your head, but you have to be entertaining yourself and make yourself laugh and joke around and all.
Exactly. And that's the point. That's why, thinking about this, and I had some other questions. I was like, no. This one reason it's somebody needs to hear this.
Yes.
And that's the point. It's, you know what? Look, you may feel no one loves you. Look, I love everyone for the most part.
Yep.
You got to be this is how I think. You got to be a effing asshole for me not to love on you in a sense. Look, caring for you and your well-being is one thing, but I got love for you. That's
to me, like, even if somebody said they hated themselves and they wanted to end themselves and all that, shit, come talk to me. Come hang out with me. I swear to you, I will change your mind. You'll be like, that dude, he made all my problems go away for a little bit. Because that's what I do. Like, and my wife would laugh. She'd be like, you have seen these guys depressed. You come in the room and you change that. I'm like, I do. But, dude, I mean, if somebody has something wrong with them physically, I can take it and give it to me. I wish I could do that to people. And that could be a complete stranger, Coach. Not my loved ones. That could be a complete stranger. But things I think I can handle more than a lot of people can handle.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not going to change my face, the look of my face, and make it thinner because I'm fat. I'm a happy fat man.
Exactly.
I'm a happy fat man. Matter of fact, I'm hungry now. You know what I mean? Like, I just got done eating a 2-foot hoagie, but I'm hungry still. Feed the fat boy. You know what I mean? But they're in that depression, and they can't get out of their own way. So I think if they had people around them that could support them and make them laugh more.
Exactly.
They need.
Look, here's the thing. Your impact is true because look, even Chad, you love Kimbrough. So, but look, we all know it's jokes. People do that because it's jokes, and they know that you have that impact. You make them feel good by, making them laugh. And that's the good thing. So,
everybody knows I hate Kimbrough, but they like, watch the look on his face when I say I love Kimbrough. They're not like, oh my God, they start laughing.
Exactly.
Yeah, go for it.
Exactly.
I'm all good for it.
Exactly. And that's the thing, it's, like I said, what are some things you do to love yourself? There's so many different things, that, I know society says, if you're always eating, too much, you're depressed. But look, sometimes some food is just too damn good, man. You
gotta say, I don't give a fuck what somebody thinks.
Somebody thinks exactly. That's the point. My mother said it to me.
I'm a good singer, but I sing anyway. I know I can't sing worth a fuck, but I'm going to sing.
You're pleasantly plump. That stomach is a roof over the old tool. Okay, that's a different way. I never heard that one, but okay, I'll take that one. But you know what? A good stomach just says that that's some good living that you've done. You damn right, because it takes a lot of hard work to fill my gut.
You
But
ain't gonna tell me to get off a good piece of chicken. Yeah, I tell you
that's
that.
my point. It's like, sometimes you just, I don't like to eat. I don't want to hear that.
I gotta eat. I gotta have my hot wings. I gotta eat. They're like, you ain't eating healthy. Like people go and like, I drink a lot of soda. Everybody knows I drink a lot of soda. I drink I can drink 2-3 liter Pepsi, things of Pepsi's a day. No problem, hands down. And people are like, oh, that's too much. If I drink a coffee, how much sugar I drink in my coffee. They're like, oh my God, that's just too much. That's me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what makes me feel good.
Exactly. Halftime, you can only sing really good when you're drinking your Pepsi.
Always love drinking my Pepsi, man.
Well, look, I get it. And that's the thing. It's you got to do what you got to do. There's so many different things. Here's one thing that I always do, and I will never stop doing it, even though I'm not on my own football field. I'm sitting down, analyzing plays, and I sit down and I still create football plays. I sit down, I'll create plays, then I'll go through the rules for every player. What's the adjustment? What are they supposed to do? Because I love that. I love it. What do you do to some things? Sometimes I just want to take a good book and sit down and just read. Put on some good, some soft jazz music or whatever and read. When I lived in a nursing home, my doctor used to come in, why are you in here in the dark? I said, because I like sitting in the dark. It's comfortable, it's calming, it's relaxing. No, you're depressed. I'm going to give you medication. Okay, you can prescribe it, but I ain't taking it. I'm not taking it because I know I'm not depressed.
Medicine helps from people being depressed. I think sometimes that medicine gets you more depressed because you think you're depressed.
No one could tell me that.
That's what I'm talking about, Mike. People get mad about that 17 sugars, but it amps you up, baby.
Look, when I played in college,
all the time.
Look, I played in college. The guys would come to me in the top of my locker. It was stuff full of cakes and candies or whatever. They would eat all the man. I'm eating all this chocolate before I went out on the football field because it just got me energized and got me going. So I get you. I know that. So and like I was saying about my doctor, I ain't depressed. I ain't taking your damn medication because you think I'm depressed.
The problem is that's the thing. People say you're depressed, and it's like I'm not depressed.
Nope.
Now, I'm not saying I don't give a fuck. Because I don't give a fuck about anything, but I ain't depressed.
Exactly. See, and that's the whole thing. Look, in the end, I always say this: why do I love me some me? One, because of my family. I love my family, and have I ever been down? Of course, I've been down. I've had down moments, but you know what? I think about my family. Guess what it does? Picks me right up. Love my family to death. So I don't have to be around them all the damn time because I'm like, I don't want to be around you all the damn time.
My family. I literally don't talk to my family. But it is what it is. But if you're down, you got to pick yourself back up. Not everybody's going to pick you up. And you shouldn't think somebody has to pick you up. You should do it on your own. No,
and that's the thing. You don't want to depend on others. It's yes, you're right. You should look at yourself and say, what are your good qualities? And see, here's the thing. We're too focused sometimes on our physical looks as opposed to understanding who you are sometimes is internalized. It really is. Are you a good person? Are you a kind person? Are you a loving person? Just like you said, you'd rather take, whatever somebody's going through physically, you'd rather take that on. That shows how kind and loving of a person you are. Right. That's who you sometimes have to look at and say, that's who I am. And that's a benefit to the world. Forget all the physical, the monetary, the social, the political, all that other stuff. Man, put that to the side and just think about you. Are you a good person? Do you care about people for the most part? Yeah. Yeah. There's some people that get on your nerves. Yeah, there's always going to be people that get on your nerves. But do you wish they would? Would you pull out a gun and shoot them right now? Excuse me. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but my point being is, would you pull out a weapon and really hurt somebody just because? No. Most of us are not going to do that. So that's what I mean by you are a good person. You are worth loving yourself.
Right.
That's the first thing. And that's why I say that.
Dumps, and you need to talk to somebody.
Yes.
Talk to them. Shit.
Yep.
I'll let you know now. Anybody here, you all down in dumps? Talk to me. I'll bring you up. I'll bring you up. You'll enjoy yourself. I will. You say, yo, I need to talk, and I'm that guy. Put that weight on me. I'll take it. I'm a big man. Big man for a reason.
Sometimes you may just want to have somebody to talk to, and they don't say anything.
You need somebody to talk to.
That's it. That's really what it boils down to. Look, I just want to talk.
I don't really talk much about me, but I'm like I said, I can handle my business, and I got that thick skin.
Exactly.
If you guys need somebody to talk to, I'm good to go. You can put all your shit on me.
There you go. So, and that's the thing about.
I think that's how everybody in life should be. Like, I think, like, if you should be able to coach if you're going through some problems, and everybody goes through problems, because life, everybody has problems. You should be able to go to people and like, hey, let me just rant to you a little bit. You know what I mean? Let me get this off my mind. Let me get this off my chest. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's how it should be.
1,000,000,000% correct. And Mike, you're right. If you don't love yourself, you can't love others, really. And that's the whole point. It's look, first and foremost, you're worthy of you loving yourself. That's whoever needs to hear this, just understand you are worthy of loving yourself. And to others it may sound, oh, that's corny or whatever. No, it's not. Look in the mirror. You are worthy of loving yourself. I love you. Plain and simple. I love me some me, man. I may, go through my pains or whatever. I got my little fat gut and, my little jiggles here or there. And, I'm not 19 or 25 anymore. Don't have my aches and pains. And I'm like, man, I wish I could. Yeah, I get that. But, one, am I trying to off myself? Hell no. I'm not trying to do that. I like living. I also think about my family. What would it do to my mother? That would devastate her. My children, my siblings, my nieces and nephews. No, my pops. No, I couldn't do that to them. I could not do that to them, knowing that I offed myself in that. No, I love me some me. I want to be here as long as I can. The Most High says you're going to be here 100 years. I want to be here 100 years. And that's it. So. And Chad said, every once in a while I had my ups and downs since, but Dad's been going for 8 years. Look, we all have those moments. Like I said, we go up and we go down. I have I lost the love of my life August 7th, 2002. And I have my kids always tell me the same thing. Yeah, we know, just let you be Dad on that time because, you're in your mood. And I am because I miss her. I regret so many different things. So I have my ups and downs, but
everybody has their ups and downs. It's just you got to be able to control it. Entertain yourself. If nobody's there for you right then and there, entertain yourself for a minute. I do it all the time.
Yes, exactly. Like I said, get a book if you like to read. If you like to sing, start singing to yourself, whatever. If you like to draw, whatever. You want to go for a walk or work out, whatever. There's always something that you can do. You want to watch TV, you want to veg out and watch TV. You want to order, 10 meals and pig out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go do you. But the main point is live. And ultimately, if you love yourself, you will find yourself out there so happy being available to others and, and being supportive of others, and that's really what this is about, And to be honest with you, when you think that no one in this world cares, to be honest with you, there are people that out there that do love and care about you.
Yep.
I love and care about. I love and care about
more people that care about you than really, but it is what it is. Like you got to go to somebody. If you're in that stage, go to somebody. Really, just go to somebody.
That's it.
And that's all you got to do is go to somebody, and they will talk to you, and they will hang out with you, and they will. You know what I mean? They'll handle it.
Exactly.
They'll handle it. They'll put that on their shoulders. You'll find a guy that'll put that shit on their shoulders. You'll find that woman that'll put that on their shoulders, or whatever it is.
Exactly. And once you do that, like I said, you'll turn around and you'll be there for others. There's a woman in my apartment complex. She's going through her things, and she's 81 years old. And I called to check on her, and I'm like, "How's the sexiest woman in the world?" I was like, "When you gonna marry me?" She starts laughing, but during our conversations, and then when we're getting ready to get off, she's always like, "Ed, you're such a great friend. I love you." And right there, that's when I know I won.
That's all it is.
I won because
to her, and that's all it is. You put a smile on her face that quick.
Exactly.
And saying hi and reaching out to her and joking with her.
And she always says that. She says, "You always call to check on me." I'm like, "Did you eat? What'd you eat today?" I'm like, "All right, maybe we scrap up some money, and there's a spot that we like, and we're like, you come over and we'll get some chicken and fish." And she's like, "Oh yes." But then she starts to feel good because she is going through her things. But then when I come at her like that, it's a whole different ball game. Yep. And that's what ultimately that's what this is all about. And that's why I say this, like Halftime said, you're going through your things and your situations, and you feel down, you just reach out. You can reach out to him. You can reach out to me. We are here. We really are, and if it's not these two old farts, there's always somebody available. Trust and believe. You just got to open up, and it'll make you feel good. My buddy had 3 girlfriends, and they cheated on him behind his back. That's why I told him. That's why. Look, I've had females cheat on me. Come on, Dad, I get it.
How many let the girl cheat on me, and you know what? You don't have to stay single, man. You'll find that girl. You're gonna find that girl that wants to go to hell and back.
Look, bro, I get it. I understand. I've been cheated on. I've done my share of cheating. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect, but and I understand about being single. I make the joke, I like being single. You know what? I like being single because number one, I got my apartment, my place. This is the first time in my life, 50 some odd years, I'm living alone. And I'm not alone, but I'm living alone because I love it. I'm like, I always make the joke, hell, I could walk around my house butt naked. I raised 3 girls. I'm like, I couldn't walk around the house doing that. I had my siblings. I couldn't walk around doing that growing up. Now, if I want to, I could do that. So I stay single because I choose to be single. But you best believe if somebody come and they grab a hold of this old heart, you know what? She gonna have it. She gonna have every last ounce of me, from the top of my head down to my toes and my soul in between. So but I get it. I do understand the emotional effects. But you know what? Sometimes that's their loss. Because I had an ex-girlfriend who called me back. I made a mistake. That's your problem. That's not mine. You want to cheat and whatever. You're like, you want to get back? Nope.
I'm good.
I'm like,
I had girls like that too. Like, I made a mistake. Yeah. Well, that's your problem. That's your beef.
That's your problem.
That's on me.
The only thing we can do is if you just want to be friends with benefits, that's a different story.
That's a different story. Yes, that's a different story.
We can do that, but I'm not getting back with you. I'm good. I'm good. You do you, and I'm gonna do me.
Yeah.
But I choose to be single because I like being single right now. But trust and believe, there's women that want to lock this old dog down. Nope,
Yeah,
not right now.
You
Not
find
right
that
now.
girl, you're gonna be like, fuck.
What's up, Evan? Thanks for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you.
Good, Evan.
So, love and leave him. hey, you know, I get it. You know, all seriousness. No, I'm not saying, you know, I want to mistreat women like that, because I don't. You know, as a single man, I tell them I'm single. If I want to go out with you, I'm still going to be able to go out with someone else. If you want to do that, that's on you. I don't have a problem. But I'm single for a reason. I choose to be, and I'm staying like this. Unless that woman really replaces and touches my heart the way my first love really did.
Right.
And you know, but right now I'm having fun. Look, I ain't gotta answer to no one. I can come and go as I please. I can go to bed early. I can go to bed late. I could talk to this one and that one. Oh, who you talking? No, I'm a grown ass man. What do you mean? You am I talking to?
Grown ass man, and leave me alone.
No, I'm not married to you. Nope, it's not like that. No, I love me some me, and I love my situation right now the way it is. Now, when I'm 100 years old, maybe I'll get married. Maybe when I'm
get married. When I'm 100, right?
Yeah. Right now, I'm single. You know, if I want to get up and go, you know, all right, fine, I'll go. So I like being single because I don't have to worry about. Okay, I'm with you on that one too. You know, yeah, you gotta watch out for them gold diggers.
Yeah, you know, gotta watch out for them.
You know, it's like, you know, they want you to spend all this, and all I'm going to get, you just want to give me a little bit of. No. Are you going to cook for me? Are you going to please me? Are you going to nurse me? Are you willing to wipe my hind part if I can't do it?
Yeah.
Then you want that? You want that? You want me to give you that? You show me that kind of love. All right, cool. I'm gonna go to the depths to do that for you. Best believe, if you love me like that, I'm gonna love you. That's what you want, babe. All right, fine. But nah, I'm not ready for that. I'm not trying to do that. You know, you want to say I'm a womanizer? Okay, fine. I'm a womanizer. I don't care. You know, I'm honest. I'm real honest with it. You know, I'm not gonna play no game because I know I don't want nobody trying to play with my emotions. You know, no, you ain't gonna play with my. Ooh. What happened? Oh, they're in second overtime. Sorry. Nah, you ain't doing that to this old dog. Nah, this old dog's gonna be straightforward and honest with you. But you know, I'm a flirt. Yes, I love to be a flirt. Yes, you met me. I'm a flirt. I was a flirt. I'm gonna stay a flirt. But understand, just because I flirt doesn't mean I'm gonna be jumping in the bed with this one, that one, this one, that. Nah. If I want to, that's on me. But most likely, no, I'm not trying to do that. You may think that. That's on you. I can't control that. But all right. You got anything else you want to add before we start to get out of here?
That was a good one. I like that one.
No, I do too. So, what time is the game tonight for the Phillies?
4:10 now.
It's now?
Like 5 minutes away.
Yo, bro, why didn't you say something a while ago? I didn't know that.
We're not done yet.
But
we good, man. I know when they call it. I was like, yo, coach, we got called. We're good. I knew you were going to. I know when you're ending it.
All right. So they want me to tell them go hang out with Kenny and Jalen Hurts. Okay. Hey, Chad, I ain't mad at you playing. That's your steelo. That's your steelo. So do you, bro. So all right, we about ready to get out of here. It's tap in tonight with me, Mitch Kofsky. We may have a couple other people on the stream. We're covering Michigan and Oklahoma. So on the Hardcore Sports Network and the Aboriginal Sports Network and much more. So, but we're going to get out of here. So Halftime can do what he needs to do. And I'm going to go chill with my grandbaby and do some research after that. So football appreciate everyone. Love you all.
Football's here, baby.
Yes, it is. Y'all stay safe. And one last thing, we're going to be doing this show on Sunday next week before the football games. I'm going to be doing a double header, so 3:30 and 7:30. So Halftime is working with me, so appreciate and love him too. So,
Yep.
but we out of here
for the Eagles game at 4.
Yeah, you're doing the Eagles game next Sunday, so y'all be safe. Y'all have a good one. Go Michigan, as Mitch says. All right, bro. I'll see you later on tonight. Do pregame probably around 7:15, 7:20. So we're out of here. Love y'all. See y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.